Hello everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woohoo! Today we will be streaming the fourth and final day of the round robins for the APAC server. Bit of house cleaning out of the way. There is a 5-minute delay on the stream. This used to be 3 minutes, but yesterday there was actually a match where someone's position was betrayed because he stayed there for more than 3 minutes. So yeah, to be safe and to not have the enemy team see anything on stream until it's no longer useful to them, we are going back to 5 minutes delay just to be safe. So yeah, that is basically the house cleaning. And of course there is, if I can't brain, this is going to be very promising for today. If you are from the APAC server and you want to get rewards, you have to watch through the portal, make sure that you are logged in and that you have accepted cookies. If the portal shows you a gray screen, that means that you have not accepted cookies. So in the meantime, I have gotten the room invite so we can go to the garage. And yeah, today basically we're going to have a doozy to start with. This is the scoreboard as we have it right now, and we are starting it off today with Flame versus Rackham. They both tied for first place, and basically this matchup will determine who will be first place going towards the top 4. For the rest, the Island Boys seem to be very secure because the only team that can and actually no, G10 R7 could technically still get 4 points as well because they have the 2 matchups today. They've been also competing on China's server, and for some reason they are getting to move some of the matches that they would have had. They wouldn't have been able to get to if not for the fact that they are playing on the Chinese server as well. So yeah, their 6th game got moved to today, and their 5th game got moved to Wednesday. So yeah, they have 2-7 first, and then they're 2-6. But if the Island Boys win this from them, then the Island Boys are safe in the top 4, and then it should probably be BIP that goes through. BIP is facing off against 6 today. 6 has no chance, so I think the top 4 is pretty set. But we are starting it off with Flame versus Rackham, and that should be good fun to watch. So in the meantime, we are below 3 minutes. We can go into the room, see the lineups, basically. Well, actually, no, I could have done it. Brain. With the 5-minute delay, I could have just gone into the room and stayed there for a long time, because with 5 minutes delay, the whole waiting time in this room will not be shown on stream until the battle starts. So yeah, I'm just so used to 3 minutes. We've had that for a few years now. Back in the day, you have 5 minutes though, because of that first waiting time. Not actually because of the matches, but because it makes interaction with the chat hard, and there was more PC requirements needed because of the extra delay and everything. At some point, it was moved to 3 minutes, and now we're back to 5. But I'm so used to working with 3 minutes that I just don't go into the room before below 3 minutes. Which, to be fair, is still fine. We have plenty of time still. Also helps that the lineup these days isn't all that interesting. We are going to go to Winter Malinovka. 3 bases, 1 near the mill, 1 in the town, and 1 in the, well, basically the hilly down area kind of thing. It is one of the older maps. It was reworked recently. Well, a while ago, we could actually play the old Winter Malinovka, and it was terrible. It was great, but it was terrible. The nostalgia was good fun, though. I kind of will miss the old maps, some more than others, when we move to Reforged in just a couple of weeks now. So yeah, speaking of Reforged, by the way, if you want to win a June Battle Pass, the June Battle Pass will be shorter. It will go from June 1st to June 17th. But if you want to win one of those, then you have to, you can join the giveaway that will be here later in the stream. But there's also some giveaways happening in other places, one of which is the official server. We have like a whole competition going on with basically just Reforged test screenshots. So if you have a good battle, or a half-decent one at least, submit your results there, and you could win a June Battle Pass for free. So yeah, Flame is ready with 2 Rheinmetall Panzerwagens, 4 Kranwagens, and 1 Phillies. And on Rackham's side, we see 6 Kranwagens and 1 Vickers. So let's have a look. Countdown clock has begun. And we are getting ready for the first game of this best of 7. Officially the last round of the round robins. Except for G10 R7, which has another round after. Well, not another round. That has a round that they didn't play before or after. Let's see. I'm kind of hoping to see some BZT action. Not gonna lie. Also, Krim is actually streaming as well. There he is. He is streaming point of view though. But basically, I haven't been streaming Rackham because of that, because they were already covered. But this, to be fair, was the most exciting matchup in this round robin series. So I'm glad that I do get to stream it. I did offer to stream something else, but I'm happy to stream this. Sogu. No longer Sugu. Or it's a clone. And on the other side we see Sugar Topping. Ducks. Base A is getting capped by the little Rijnmeter Panzerwagens. Shots are being fired. No one's spotted or hit yet though. No ducks has been spotted. And the Kranwagens going into a quarter are getting shot at. A little bit of damage done. Sogu now camping the base. But this does mean that Rackham will start at a point disadvantage. They will have to make a move at some point to get that advantage back. By either capping the base, stealing base A, or killing someone. Campon getting spotted there by Sogu. This is where the little light tanks are so important. Because it's all about the spots. We have 2 Kranwagens lying in wait there, patiently waiting behind the rock. This is one of the things I always enjoy about tours, because they work together. So basically, ooh, Cringe actually did get spotted there. This is also clever, like, people don't realize this, but if you knock down a tree, it betrays where you are. So them knocking down the trees and just staying perfectly still like that is a pro player move. Everyone holding right now. Rackham the only one that's taking a little bit of damage, but it's not all that much. And everyone is waiting. We have a bird hanging in the air. It's actually... it is slowly... It just faded out of existence. GG. Ducks getting shot at. Gets tracked, but does no damage. Now he is getting shot from the other side, though. He seems to be the preferred target. Cringe has been spotted again. Sugar Topping is still waiting very patiently. Another bird flies out of existence. And we now have ducks moving, immediately getting shot. And again, and again. And again. Gets tracked. And again. Ooh, that could have... And it does kill him. Krim. Going out on a limb there, but getting that kill. And immediately, Rackham now has the advantage. Stoker in the meantime has lost quite a bit of HP as well. Rome kind of wants to go into base B, but they decide not to go for that, with Malchi shooting from that side. Because that would be a bit of a risk, and as easily as they wheel down Dux's HP, that could happen to him as well. Ranja is holding. We have Mandalorian and Piaxley shooting into positions where they think a light tank may be, because they are getting spotted, so they know that there's someone there. They're just not shooting in the right spot. Piaxley also getting spotted. Campon slowly making his way towards the corner. Colonial Lastman standing there. The Kranwagens are moving. Mandalorian losing HP. Basically, they're pushing on both sides, but this is going to make things difficult because the Kranwagens are pushing into the corner. It is technically 2 versus 2. Let's see. both a bit held down. Base B is getting capped by Melchi's now. Crim rotating around to wanting to put an end to that, but each a shot from Campon instead. Which leaves Melchi's to cap the base in peace. Melchi's does lose a little bit of HP with Rome arriving. A little bit more. And he's not going to survive this, and he goes down. Base A is being stolen. Frame is being careful. Base B... Oh, no, they're leaving it B. I think that looked like a bit like lag. Piaxley is capping. Sogu goes down. There goes Sugar Topping. 985 points for Rackham, 990. With Base B, they've just secured victory. Even if Base C is getting stolen and Base A was theirs. Rackham winning on points. Kills help towards the points so much. Slow and patient game here. And the cap from Base B seemed to be working in Flame's favor, but then basically he got nuked for it. So that is the first game up and over. And we are getting ready for the second game. Flame now ready with 1 Behemoth op Panzerwagen Ohori, 4 Kraanwagens en de Phillies. And on Rackham's side, we see the Vickers staying and potentially 6 Kraanwagens if that is what they ready up in. Let's see. I always wonder, like, if they don't ready up immediately, are they going to change tanks? Are they changing equipments and stuff like that? At the same time, if you ready up immediately, then basically the enemy team knows that you are going to be staying in the same tank that you were. That being said though, like I said, the meta this season isn't all that interesting. Because it's mainly just the same tanks. It's mainly Kraanwagens with a little bit extra every now and again. Rackham now taking 2 light tanks and 5 Kraanwagens. 15 seconds left to go before we go into the second game of this best of 7. First team to reach 4 victories is the one that wins the matchup and the points. And basically, like, for the top 4, they're both through. So in that way, it doesn't change much. But it changes who meets whom in the top 4. Yes, thank you. Pop-up offer. Still, I do not need them here. Let's see. Do, do, do. Sogu heading towards the C area. Krim going on his own towards A. They don't know for sure if anyone will be there or not. But Melchi seems to be heading towards base C. Sogu gets spotted. Oh, that is a big hit. Vickers being a very juicy target there. And Melchis is going for the cap. Sogu has to be careful. Is still spotted as well. Loses more HP. And can't really cross over there. So base C will be theirs. Krim in the meantime was capping base A. Is going to try for that again. Melchi's losing a whole lot of HP. But now we have Sogu also being pushed. He's going to proxy spot Sugar Topping. He goes down. There's not much they can do about that. But Sugar Topping is losing a whole bunch of HP for it. Does get tracked. Basically, this does put them at a disadvantage. But Sugar Topping and Melchi's both lost quite a bit of HP here. Bologna. Basically overextending here. In danger now. And getting tracked. They do need to take out sugar topping here. Mandalorian losing a little bit of HP. Piaxley dropping down to ensure the demise. Cologne losing more HP. This was very costly for them. He is actually down. Ducks at the back. Prim shooting from the hill near base A. And now Flame has a gun advantage. They have a point advantage. They have an HP advantage, though that is not that big. That was a nice blind shot, though. Melchis was not spotted when he got hit there. I always wonder if they can tell whether their blind shot hit something or not. Now they're going to need base B, or they need to steal base A, and they need to take a gun out. Shots are still happening, Crim firing all the way from the other end. Mandalorian losing more HP. Has to be careful, loses more. Is in a very precarious position. Can't really move from there. Piaxley now. Flame basically looking very, very strong this game. Cringe is not looking too healthy, he is going to go down. Evening the guns out again, but there's still like a 2k HP advantage for Flame here. Sacrificial Lamb turning around. Basically taking a position where he can hold. We're at 700 points. Stuff needs to happen. Sacrificial Lamb is shooting at last man standing. Melchi is still being alive. Ooh, I was just gonna say being alive, but I almost jinxed him. Is still very important as well because he can show where people are at. That is the function of the light tank. Rome taking a big hit. Rain also losing a little bit of HP. And they're all content to hold. We're at 800 points though now. So the pressure will be on, slowly building. Ducks losing a little bit of HP. Melchis can't really move out from there because if he is spotted, then he will get shot and he will die. Ducks losing more HP. Grim did get spotted for that though. Campon losing a bit more HP. We have Piaxley moving. They need to kill Campon in order to get base B. And they can't afford not to. They kind of need to take base C. And that's the issue. That is the most well protected. Last man standing. Ooh, that is important. Now we have Piaxley moving in. Going to take that base. Has to be careful not to get shot by Sacrificial Lamb. They can't afford to lose any more tanks. Crim moving in. There goes Rain. 960 points. If they kill Melchis, and they do, the game is for Rackham. What a game though. This was in Flame's hands for so long. And just split seconds. And Rackham's got it. Beautiful. Very well played here. Campon basically there allowing them, Rackham being able to kill Campon allowed them to take base B, and that flipped that game. We are moving on to Port Bay. It helps if it would play my video. It looks like this. You have 3 bases. 1 in the shipyard, 1 in the town, and 1 in the hills. We usually, and this is something very tricky, there is usually someone to go to the ship. And they can't get out of there. So sometimes that works beautifully and sometimes that's just a trap. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what they're going to do on this map. And with 45 seconds left to go, we see Flame ready with 4 Kranwagens, a Hori in F3 and a Felice. Potential tanks changing. Yeah, Duck's no longer in a Hori, but he is taking an LT. And on Rackham's side, we see 4 Kranwagens, 2 Felice, and a Rheinmetall Panzer. Oh no, I don't think Krim is going to drive the Panzer 58. Just a hunch. And he seems to be going for the Kranwagen instead. There we go. Oh, obligatory stream rant. I do not like the Felice being meta. Love the Felice, I really want it, but the fact that a paid for tank that's only ever been sold once and for like 300 euro is meta is not a good thing. And I will repeat that every stream. And again, to be clear, I do not blame the players for playing it. If it works, and they're absolutely free to use it and take it. I do not like the tank being strong enough to be meta like this, though. Let's see. Rackham focusing on the hills, except for Mandalorian. Focusing on the harbor, except for Mandalorian, who is staying in the spawn. We have Ducks moving forwards, going straight for the sea cap, which is a ballsy move, but could get them that early advantage. Last man standing heading into town. And we have Mostima going for the base A cap. But they will start at a disadvantage here. Because they got that absolutely for free. Mostima getting hit a little bit. And they need that base. They need to not let the advantage get too far. And again, Mostima gets shot at. Campon losing HP as well now, though. We have Sogu moving in. Together with Biexley and Rome. Sogu losing HP here. Very blue sea here. And they're going to go after Rain. But they have to overextend in order to do that. The Hori... Oh, the Cringe is being eaten alive. Sogu trying to slowly but surely whittle down Rain. Has lost quite a bit of HP there, though. We actually waiting to get that shell before they kill him off. Last man standing goes down as well, though. Cringe is not looking healthy. But he does have a big gun, and he is protected by Melchis. Campon losing a little bit of HP. Sugar Topping not looking healthy either. It is a bit of a brawly game. Cringe is pulling back. Ducks also not looking healthy. There goes Cringe. And we have Melchis now trying to go after Sogu. They are trying to keep him alive. And they don't. But Melchis is almost gone now. And he goes down. Making it 5v3. With Sugar Topping not looking too healthy. Mandalorian goes down. 4 versus 3. Mostima moving around to get that kill. And he does. So now we just have Sacrificial Lamb and Ducks. The last ones left alive for Flame. And Rackham again looking very, very strong. Because there's a lot of HP for these two to eat through if they want to win the game. And in randoms, I would definitely give it to them. But since this is not randoms and this is a tool, and everyone knows what they're doing, and everyone has a brain and uses it, Ducks gets deleted. And now it's just Sacrificial Lamb. And he goes down. And the game is for Rackham again. Prim is just looking. Basically, he's streaming. He's playing on, I think, all 3 servers. I can't play on that level to begin with. But I can't imagine doing that because one of those basically matchups will be in the middle of the night. Aura does the same thing. I mean, massive kudos to both of them, mind you. It's insane to me, though. I already get tired from just doing one server. For the second game on Port Bay, Rackham is now up for match points. And we have Flame needed to win 4 in a row in order to win this matchup. With Rackham looking as strong as they are, I'm not quite sure they're going to manage. But it's not all over yet. Anything can still happen. For the fourth game, the second game on Port Bay, we see Flame now taking 4 Kranwagens, an LT, a Felice and a Concept 1B. And Rackham is taking 5 Kranwagens and 2 Concept 1Bs. All of a sudden the Concept 1B makes an appearance. I've actually been driving that quite a bit as well. Mainly in skirmish, to be fair, but still. I needed to win in American Heavies for the Battle Pass, and I was just like, yeah, let's just drive that. That and the Rinoceronte, which is still one of my favorite tanks. And here we go, countdown clock has begun. In the meantime, Yoda is posting dad jokes again in the chat. My wife told me to take the spider out rather than killing it. So we went and had some drinks. Turns out the kid's a web designer. Oh god, they're bad. But those are the best ones though. Let's see. Also have to get used to 5 minutes delay again with interaction and everything. All of Rackham focusing on the base C side. Most of Flame focusing on the harbor side. And I wonder if they're going to get spotted in time or if Cringe and Sugar Topping are in very big trouble. Rome does get spotted. So do Mostima and Last Man Standing. Mandalorian and Piaxley have also been spotted, so they know that all of them are here. And if they want to get the advantage, they know that they're not going to have the advantage now. Last Man Standing moving to cap the base. Oof. Cringe turns around, loses a whole lot of HP very, very quickly there. But survives and manages to get out of there. Rackham having about a 2k HP advantage. Campon and Melchis are holding. We have Sugar Topping behind the building. I think they're going to expect someone to be there, based on the fact that they had one there themselves. Sogu finding people. But he is not alone. They are shooting at one another. And we have Piaxley wants to get Cringe. Campon overextending a little bit, is being tracked and being farmed. And is not getting his shots in. Campon is almost gone. Base B in the meantime is being kept. They're going after Melchis next. There goes Campon. Cringe is being left alone for the moment. Because Melchis is the preferred target. Now they're going to turn their guns on him. Piaxley driving down the walls. And now we have Sogu arriving as well, taking out Cringe. Piaxley gets that on fire. That is just rude. Rain being farmed here. Piaxley does go down. Basically making sure that it's not a 7-0. Mandalorian also not looking too healthy. Does go down as well. But Sacrificial Lamb has lost a whole lot of HP. Last man standing. How did ducks die? Where did ducks die? Ducks drove into the water? That is not the way to go, dude. Sugar topping goes down and that finishes the game. Did it just drive into the water? I need to watch that back. You don't have to know. But because I can't rewatch the game from here because I don't have like the replay. But did he just drive into the water like that? That is not okay. But yeah, Rackham winning very convincingly with a 4-0. I do not want this bundle, thank you. Yes, I'm sure I want to reject it. Let's see, do we have a score yet for most matches? So Rackham now has 7. Flame will stick at 6. Where is this? Oh, they're against G10 R7. That is still going. I keep being confused here. BIP 1 from 6 convincingly. So unless G10 R7 wins from Island Boys, and we don't know how that's going, but if they win, they have a chance at top 4 potentially. If they lose, then the top 4 is set because no one can get 4 points more. So yeah, we have about, I think, let me just have a quick look, because I think it starts 4 past, G10 R7. Yes. So we have 40 minutes of replays. Because, yeah, no, thank you. I can't play PC to save my life, so obviously wasn't going to try that. I do have another free crate that I can open, though. Yay, boosters. I still wonder in Reforged how we're going to be able to switch accounts. Like, in my case, I don't play on this account. I only play on my EU account. But there's a lot of people that have like multiple accounts across multiple servers that they both want to play on. And right now, it doesn't seem to be possible, but you should be able to switch accounts, even if the accounts are linked. So I'm going to wait for YouTube to... the game is just starting there. GG. So once the game is over, I will start the giveaway. And in the meantime, we are going to watch some replays. Some of them we've already seen. I think most of them we've already seen. But we are going to watch them. Let's see. Let's start with this one, actually. This was fun, if I remember correctly. Yes, I remember correctly. This is a very fun ending. So we just need to fill the time now. And like I said, I can't play PC to save my life, so I'm not even going to try. In the meantime, I can actually have YouTube playing a bit, because I do want to see what exactly happened to ducks if he just drove into the water, because it does kind of feel like that. Because they were just driving around and doing their thing and shooting each other and stuff, and I'm not sure what happened there. I see on the stream that right now they're just sort of like flanking around in the harbor. Because I can't watch it big. At least not yet. I can do that probably later. Rhinoceronte is like seriously one of my favorite tanks. I love it. Ultra reload is a nice just chef's kiss. I just don't know how ducks actually ended up in the water. It's just so weird. And I want to know. Poof. Oh, when it hits, it really hits. Let's see. I don't even know where Ducks is right now. Like on these just basically rewatching the stream on my YouTube live control room. Now he's arriving at the back there. I think. Now he's just going into the water. Why though? Like, why? That's not okay. It's just, yeah. And the thing is, like, it wasn't an impossible game. It was an unlikely game to win, to be fair, but it wasn't impossible. I like how back in the days, you could actually farm people underwater just for HP still. Nice. But yeah, Rackham is looking super strong this season. They've been really fun to watch. Like, also during the qualifiers that I streamed, it was so fun with the BZC games. They also made me buy a new microphone because, honestly, it was just cutting off whenever I laughed, and that's not really meant to be the case. Such a ginormous tank. It was definitely a massacre in Winter Fox. You will hear this in 5 minutes, but still. So now it's just 1v1. And technically speaking, he could... I know how this ends, to be fair, because I've seen it, but... In a position... When I see replays like this, I always wonder how I'm going to do, what I'm going to do myself if I were in that position. And he's basically doing all the right things and all the right moves. But yeah, I would definitely be sticking to Primo more. Because it's better to do a little bit less damage than no damage if you bounce. And I would have wanted to keep both my shots and slowly whittle him down. I like how that didn't do any damage. This will hurt, yeah. And then of course you have corpses, and corpses are the best army you can have. Corpses are great. They do have the point advantage though, that's the thing here. It's not impossible, but it is not an easy game. He needs 2 more shells to finish him off. And then he has to be careful not to get shot. Yeah, but does it actually work with the... Sorry. I keep forgetting, like, whenever I talk here, you hear that 5 minutes later, which is not really useful. Social Vist just basically said, yeah, you can log into your other account from the other server if it's linked in on Wargaming's website. But apparently it doesn't let you log into Reforged with that. Him being in the base here is what is winning them the game. And the Warrior is just deciding to go for it and then just dies. It's beautiful. I love this game. Like, we've seen the games that I can show. But yeah, there's still a lot of things that are not quite right with Reforged. It still needs a lot of work. I do think the reason that it's being forced on us now is because originally Reforged was supposed to be released like a year ago. So it's been 1 year of Wargaming needed to have 2 teams working on 2 different products, 2 sets of servers, 2 sets of clients and everything, which is of course very, very expensive. So I think that that's kind of catching up now, so that's why it's being forced down our throat, even though most of us feel that it's not quite ready to be released. There's still so many bugs and so many features that are still missing. Like, tournaments are not a thing. And it will come later, but there's a lot of stuff that will come later that is not there yet. Some maps are still missing. Camos still need being added, but they are apparently going to be there upon release. Maps have to join in later. Some of the fun modes still have to be made. I feel that some of the fun modes will still need work because the graviton that I saw, that I've seen features of, is just way too strong. So boss mode is a bit effed. So there's just still a lot of work to be done. And I can only give kudos to the developers for their hard work. Mind you, because regardless of whether we agree with some of the choices that Wargaming makes, we have to keep in mind that the developers want a good game. It's in all of our best interests that we love the game. So obviously they want to make a game that we love. And I do see the potential in Forged. I do feel it's too early now to release it. But I understand Wargaming being at the point where it's no longer just an option to continue running both. I do fear that a lot of players will quit because there's just so much left to be done now. Let's do this one in the meantime. But gameplay-wise, it is feeling more and more like Blitz. And some of the stuff are just like, Blitz is in our muscle memory. So we are completely used to that. And some of the things feel slightly different in Reforged, and you have to get used to that. I did read a thing earlier today where it's actually possible to export replays. So if that's the thing, then that will solve the content creation thing. Because we do kind of need replays. In my case, I wouldn't be able to show you these games without replays. Like, mind you, I only stream tours and then use replays. But I know that there's a lot of content creators that use replays to make videos. And it's not their own replays. They need those from other people. But yeah, that is my thought on Reforged a bit. Probably just babbling a little bit. If you have a bit more direct questions about anything, feel free to ask. I will see it in 5 minutes and then I will reply to you 5 minutes later because delay. But yeah. I do understand why it's needed though. I don't understand how he didn't kill the Warrior. This is the part where I always felt like, oh my god, reset the base, reset the base. Like, when you get to the half point, you do kind of need to. That grill is not having the best RNG this game. But yeah, there's still a lot of bugs for Wargaming to fix and to work out and to make sure that the game will go as smoothly as it can. Or the update will, at least. Because I don't think there's any avoiding it longer. There are things, to be fair, that I do like about Reforged. I like sets. I like the old sets, I should say. Because grouping tanks by playstyle is, in my opinion, a lot more effective than grouping them in tech trees. And Wargaming basically went back on that because of the community riot around it. I didn't like commanders. I understood why they were needed, but I didn't like commanders. The issue with commanders is basically that they boosted 2 skills very strongly, and I think it would have worked a lot better if they boosted a whole bunch of skills less. Like, you can have 2 that are medium strength and then like 5 that are weak strength. Something like that, if you know what I mean. The looks didn't bother me though. Like, I don't really care. I hated the voices, I will admit that. The voices were a pain in... yeah, just no. But the function of it, I understand that to a new player, the crew skills that we have are broken. And I understand Wargaming wanted to change that. Because apparently our tanks are like 50% better if you have everything maxed compared to a new player that is just starting. And that's a very unfair advantage. I happily use that advantage, but it is a very unfair advantage. So I understand Wargaming changing that. or wanting to change that. I'm also happy that we get to keep them because it allows us to win more easily. But I do understand them wanting to change that, and that eventually stuff will have to change. Oof. And he's just now going to back, but then he's already lost his life. And when you're a very juicy tank like the shitbon, you have to be very careful with where you're at. You need cover that is big enough to cover you. And that was very needed. And there we go. We are at 37 HP, 2 TDs left. But he's killed too. Nope, denied. Grill has laser accuracy, so you have to be very careful with that. And he does need to reload. So you have to hope the rock holds you. And he's just, the fact that he's not fired immediately is what cost him this game here. Oh, hey dwarf. Hope you're doing fine. Thank you for the funsies you send in Discord. Made me laugh. Also very happy because I'm actually listening to the audiobooks. He sent me some Harry Potter memes. Also, I can actually start the giveaway now, can't I? Let me just do that. So we are going to guess. Oh, it's not doing that again. There are basically example. There you go. It's now short. Start guessing now. There we go. But yeah, if you want to win the June Battle Pass, you can enter that giveaway as well. To be fair, whenever I'm winding down for the day, I make sure to not do anything related to the game because honestly, it doesn't really work. It just activates my brain again, and then it's very hard to just wind down. My winding down is just really doing embroidery and watching true crime. I relax talking about serial killers and whatnot. I'm actually binge watching a series right now that is going to be gone from HBO soon, so I kind of need to watch a lot of it. But then I also need to win 9 in Blitz and I need to play 10 in Reforged. And that's not been easy. And then with this stream, basically Blitz dominates a bit too much of my life right now. I'm basically, after I've streamed tours and everything, I always just want to not play for a while. So I will more or less quit for a week or so, probably, once the event is over. Yeah, what I just said. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes, so she gave me a hug. That's so mean. Oh, the dad jokes are all awesome. Look at this though. Kolobanov 1 versus 4. 8.5k damage. Beautiful. Luck, but also beautiful. The thing is that, in my opinion, whenever you win a Kolobanov in a tank like the shitbon, it is luck. It is partial skill and using your surroundings, but it also involves luck because you're just such a juicy tank. Let's see, what else have I got for you? We still have like 15 minutes left before we get a room invite. So let me just show you some pro player gameplay. Kosturgos is actually in the team for BIP. And also, if you do not want to pass for yourself, you can always enter for a friend. That is absolutely fine too. But you can only enter once, so you can't just post a whole bunch of guesses. You can only guess once. Let's see. This is the thing. I know the Kranenwagen is such a good tank. I mean, obviously, because it's been in the it's been meta for a very long time now, or at least this whole season. But I always just forget to drive it because it's not one of my preferred tanks. Let's see. He is hoping for a target there, but they're not willing to cooperate with him. Let's see. I love it when they're just sitting there and allowing you to shoot them. And then you just kill them blind and everything. But yeah, I know the Kranenwagen is good. Like, obviously, it's partially to do with all the super consumables that the tank has right now. And I'm just not... I don't know, when I can choose, I'd rather drive something else. That was worth it, though. But yeah, I just tend to drive something else. Just whatever catches my fancy. Let's see. Something Swedish. I still want to know what exactly is being said there, though. I generally forget to. Two of my sisters live in Sweden, so I know a little bit of Swedish. But obviously not these kind of terms. And not enough to converse properly, to be fair. I think that was we hit them hard. Or something of the kind. I'm never quite sure what to think of people asking for kills, because I get it, and at the same time I feel like people shouldn't. Like, if you're meant to get it, you will get it. His lone teammate wants to get some help. But he's nowhere near. How is he supposed to get there? Ammo to the face? Nice. And latest is a Colorado situation. Yeah, they know. He knows where they are. It also helps when they are in a position like that, because it means that they can't really get close to you. Also, this is also partially why I don't mind that people in the EU not being able to chat. Because it can be so distracting. And I know that it's not meant like that, but that is the result of things. Now they're both there, making it hard for them, for him to hit them, but also difficult for them to hit him. I will get the words eventually for what I'm trying to say, I promise. And there we go. Beautiful game. They always make it look so easy though. It's something that I'm so jealous of when it comes to the pro players. They do always make it look easy. Let's see, we have just under 10 minutes left to go. That is enough for another game. Let's go for a Wild Ones Helper game. Sleep well, dwarf. Thank you for stopping by. You will hear this. Well, probably you won't hear this because you will be falling asleep because 5 minutes delay. But yeah. Let's see. I absolutely love the spaghetti. I need to drive it more again. I haven't in a while. Mainly because I will drive the carrot if I need to. Which is obviously still my favorite tank in the game. This is the thing though with the spaghetti, you have to be careful because people can shoot you in the face. If this shot had done damage, that would have been so grand though. But yeah, I think that's also one of the reasons why I prefer the carrot over the spaghetti. Because you can actually bounce shots that are aimed at your head. Casually capping a base. Always a fan of that as well. This is one of the reasons that I want to play Supremacy only. Because I feel that it's a lot easier to dominate the game that way. And to force people to go in a certain direction. That is also one of the problems with Reforged, by the way. Because right now, it doesn't actually let you pick Supremacy only. But apparently that is coming. We just don't have it yet. Let's see. It's 4 versus 2. There's one in base B. He is coming after the Foch, but not quite peeking out. I understand Jack being careful. E100 is probably going to die though. Unless of course the IS-4 keeps driving into his line of sight. Foch still has one shot. He's going straight for it. Nice little tracking shot there. He actually missed. And there we go. Beautiful game once again. And in about 3 minutes we should have a room invite, so that's the end of the replays for now. Let's see. They do make it look so easy. Like, I love showing off people that I like, and I love showing off pro players and fellow content creators and stuff like that. Every now and again, when you have a game and they just do things that I know that with my skills would be hard, they just make it look so easy. But yeah, while we wait for the room invite, let's have a look at... No, I wanted to look at this. I do like this camo though, it looks fun. I am not going to bid on the tank just to get the camo though. Maybe the camo will come back later, maybe it won't, but eh. I do have the Kust on my EU account. I got lucky there. And you also have like the Murat camo. Le Chantier. I do love this camo, it looks nice. But I also have it on my EU account. I think I got it in the last auction. I was like, yeah, that's mine. That's a lot of gold though for a camo. Especially when it's not like... It's a legendary camo, but it's not animated or anything like that. I'm not a fan of the auction system as they have it now. I liked it better when it was just like pay X amount and then there's so many entries in the slots. And you would see the counter go down and everything. In the meantime, let's have a quick look to see what's happened in here. The Island Boys won. So that means that the top 4 is known and the match that we have now is basically for bonus points. Because that is G10R7 versus 2G1C. And there is no way either of them can still reach the top 4. But we are going to cover it because it is a tour game. And, oh, this is, oh, basically aesthetically pleasing. We're going to have a scoreboard of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, regardless of which of these wins. That is just chef's kiss. Honestly, these are the things I pay attention to. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. That's going to be beautiful. I'm going to screenshot that just because I can. But yeah, the match that we're going to be watching now basically has no influence on top 4 at all. Because our top 4 is Rack and Flame, the Island Boys and Bip. Oh, there we are. I was just going to say, and we are about to get the room invite. And they're called Insano. This is one of the things that I find so confusing. Like 2G1C is now called Insane. They changed it, but they changed their tag. But it still shows the old tag here. So it's Insane versus G10. Well, I think it's Glory. It's meant to be Glory. I guess. That's what I'm pronouncing it as anyway. So yeah, and because it is basically a 5-minute delay, I could actually go into the room already, but let's wait a little bit. Let's have a quick look to see how this is going. I'm not quite sure if we're going to make it, because we're going quite slowly. I can't claim this here, because then I can't claim it on EU, and it's more valuable to me on EU. Because I opened one once, and then it was just like not opening anymore on my EU account for some reason. But yeah, I do hope we get to the stat license. Let's see, offer, what is in there? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's one of the tier 8s that basically I have all of them, but it's fine. To be fair, I am a hoarder. I have almost all of things. I don't have the Felice though, just saying. Also, I should pimp my ride, but at the same time, I don't play on APAC, so I don't really want to do that. Spend my gold here. All the gold I've gotten here is just basically build up for free over like the Christmas presents and the birthday presents that you get automatically on your account. Because I will log into all my accounts in order to get them. And by chatting like that, we are at 3 minutes, so I'm going to go into the room. Know that it's below 3 minutes because it still feels like a good idea to do it. Technically speaking, not really a reason to, though. So we are moving on to New Bay. New Bay looks like this. This is also the map that explains why we have a 5-minute delay now, though. Because there was a place near this side of the map, near the spawn, where there was a tank waiting, and he went there at the 6-minute mark, and then at the 2:29 mark, he was still there. And they had seen on stream that he was there, so they reckoned that he was still there, and they pushed him and they killed him. In the end, it didn't affect anything, because the team that lost that player still won that game. They won the matchup, so it's fine. But as streamers, it is never our intentions to make things difficult for the teams. As in, we want to showcase the games, but we don't want to, well, unfairly help one team versus the other, so to speak. So that's why we are back at 5-minute delay now. Just under 2 minutes left now. And in the meantime, I am getting tagged on Discord. Ooh. Thank you for the replays. I will save them for the final stages, because there will be that time then as well, so I will show them then. But right now I can no longer show them. Oh, this is actually fun. One of the replays that I just got sent is that basically Megalion won a Kolobanov situation, and he got like 7 positive reactions there. I like that. I appreciate that. We see way too little positivity in the game these days. But yeah, for New Bay, we see Glory taking 4 Kranwagens, an F3 and 2 Felices. Is it then Felice? Nah, probably not a funny joke. And on Insane side, we see 5 Kranwagens and 2 F3s. When the 3rd game is over for me, by the way, I will stop the guessing. That's actually possible that you are still in the 2nd game then on YouTube, because 5 minutes. But yeah, the only thing that will tell you is that it's a quick game. Let's see. 12 seconds left to go. Both teams are ready. Actually, no, I will have time after this to show you replays. I don't need to wait for the final stages. Because I still have an hour, well, just under. I have like 50 minutes left to stream. Because the portal will run for 2 hours because of this extra matchup. Also, I feel that I should definitely get Rose's avatar. Dags as well. But still I hit my account, so mean. Ooh, Cannibal Life just said. The top 5 get the new red camos, so these 2 teams are playing for something. That is cool though. That at least puts up some pressure and makes it feel like it's not for no reason. So we have both teams focusing primarily on the ramp side, with Raul going to cap base C. Steezex losing a little bit of HP there. And we have Entity In the corner, not spotted. Queen Yi is moving in the Phillies. And I think he's going to get farmed a little bit by Entity there. Now they both spotted each other. And Silence has lost a lot of HP. Silence is gone. He's been deleted. There's the first gun up and over. We have LeFlame and P... Okay. LeFlame is not looking too healthy. He is going to go down if he's not very careful. He may survive by the skin of his teeth. Peking is going to need help though. Versus Into the Rainy. La Flame, yeah, La Flamme I should probably say, does go down in the end. Steezex lands the hit. Entity is still alive, if barely. There goes Into the Rainy. Raoul in the meantime is being shot at. We have Entity holding behind some containers, trying to reload his shots. He is still eating damage and goes down. Mini Student surviving on a grand total of 27 HP right now. Moon is a kill, La Flamme says. Stroke moves in, going after Limelight Lemonade. Escaping Moon. He's being focused on. Steezex is losing HP. Mini Student is still alive and packing a wallop. It is 5 versus 4 though. Some of which quite low on HP. Mini Student and Steezex both go down. And now it is 4 versus 3. 4 versus 2. 4 versus 1 is just Escaping Moon. And it is a very, very brawly game. Suraj is still alive. Escaping Moon hoping to get him, but no. Escaping Moon goes down to Stroke. Getting shot from 2 people at once. And that's the end of the first game. And the game is for Insane. So that was a very quick game. And let's see. For the second game, Queen Yi is offline right now, but there you go. He's back. And we see Insane taking 7 Kranwagens, looks like. And we have Glory going for 3 Felices and 4 Kranwagens. I do like that basically the prizes aren't just for top 4 or even top 3. The fact that these two are duking it out for the camera gives them something to fight for. "44 seconds, well, 40 seconds to go now. And let's see. In the meantime, it's still too warm here. So I have my fan on. Let's see. 20 seconds left. Do, do, do. So many Kranwagens this season, though. This thing, like, it is a money tournament, so obviously top 4 is the most interesting because people can actually win money. I do like that there's like new... Suraj wants to go to the park and Cap C. Let's see what they're going to do. I am surprised to see them conversing in the chat though, rather than on voice. Suraj is heading in that direction together with Rename, but most of Spot Crossing, most of their tanks are going towards the ramps again. Base C is getting capped. Blind shots are happening. Raoul losing a little bit of HP. And Steve's loses a tiny bit as well. Base C has been capped. So, oh, Survivor. Going into a very tricky position. You can't really get out of there, and that may be an issue. You have to trust Steve's an entity to keep you safe. A is getting capped now by Quingy. Speed boost activated. No, sorry, that's not the speed boost, that's the aim better. But he doesn't seem to be able to use it. In the meantime, we have Suraj moving towards the base B. Into the rain, he has been spotted, so they know he's there. They know Mini Student is there. That is an important first shot to not pen though. Because that means that Suraj has an advantage when it comes to the reload. And he is casually just reloading that third shot. Into the rain, he is surviving back there though. They have to be careful with that because right now Into the rain he has not been spotted. Now he has been, and now Suraj knows that he's very in danger. That tracking shot from Mini Student making all the difference here. Mini Student and Suraj both go down, but now speaking against Into the Rainy on this side. Entity loses a little bit of HP. Silence in the middle there. Base B is getting capped. Right now, this is the main battle going on right now. Peking needs to make sure that all the shots count. And he needs to try and get the shots back. And every time he reloads, he tries to get that shot in. And Into the Rainy is also... Ooh, that did not pen. Technically speaking, Into the Rainy should be able to clip him now and shoot him in the face. And this reload should do it, because he has the shell too. Oh no, it's actually leaving him with 51 HP. And it's not enough. Into the Rainy survives. It is 5v4 in Insane's advantage. We have some bounces happening on this side. Stroke does go down though, making it 4v4. With Limelight Lemonade being by far the most healthy. And in the meantime, we've lost 2 more. Making it 4v2. Escaping Moon seems to be a little bit hesitant to move. Limelight Lemonade losing quite a lot of HP there. Just moving to Renamed. Escaping Moon trying to escape. He does take out La Flame. No, that's actually Limelight Lemonade. La Flame complaining about lag, and now it's just Limelight Lemonade. He's the last one left alive versus 3. Insane has a good point advantage. And he can't really get out of there. I am seriously surprised at all the chat planning that we see here. Rather, they're not on voice, or at least they're not talking on voice with each other. So that is the second game up and over. Let's see. Insane looking to get that camo. And we are moving on to main runes. Main runes looks like this. You have 3 bases, 1 in the middle, and one in the separate corners. This one can be very cheeky to cap, but we have seen it happen in tours before. Right now, though, with the meta that we have and the lineup that we have right now, we are seeing some brawly games here more. Oh, I am so jealous of that. Iota just said that it's wet and wild weather there. And it's just, I'm melting. I like autumn and I like winter. And summer is not for me. So for the first game on main runes, we see Insane getting ready with 6 Kranwagens and a Felice. And on Glory side, we see an F3, 3 Kranwagens, 2 Felice and a Hori. Let's see. In the meantime, there is messages in the family app. There we go. Countdown clock beginning. And then we can go into the third game. No match point for anyone just yet. But if Insane keeps this up, they will be there soon. How do I make the minigame a little bit larger though? That is a good question. Again, I don't play PC to save my life, which is probably not helping here. I will have a look after this game. Insane heading towards the middle. And so is Glory. And we look to be having a brawly brawl in the middle. Silence gets shot at. Both shooting. Silence now taking a hit. But is in the base now. Renamed is getting shot at. That did a grand total of 26 HP, that shot. And Silence just is wiggling. Has to wiggle a little bit more, but he does get the base. C in the meantime is getting capped by Insane. But Glory now has a point advantage. And we have Kinyi at the back going for... No, he's actually not going for. He's looking to see if anyone is there, which there isn't. Raoul losing a little bit of HP. And we have Insane flanking around. A now also getting capped. They expect someone where Escaping Moon is. And they'd be right, but they don't know if he's there. Insane rotating back around with Steezax here. Now Glory has the advantage here. Let's see. Suraj moving forward. Stroke losing quite a bit of HP. Queen Yi has been spotted. Suraj wants their spawn to be pushed. And now they know that someone is behind them. They probably know that it's the Hori as well. Because Renamed got basically shot at. We have Escaping Moon getting taken out. And now the Kranwagens can hold. They want to push Silence, which is exactly what they're doing here. Insane basically just now cleaning house. Stroke is being pushed together with Renamed. They're focusing on Limelight Lemonade. If they can. That is the preferred target. Stroke may not survive this. Which is basically a pun for the name. But they do take out Limelight Lemonade. Mini students losing more HP. Raoul goes down. Entity very low on HP. Mini student does take him out, but Rename goes down as well. And there goes Entity, making it a 4v3, but the HP advantage is like triple near-ish. In the meantime, base B has been stalling. They're going after the Hori. They have the HP to do so. Into the Rainy being focused on here. He does get another shot in. But Steezex gets the kill. We have La Flamme going after Mini Student. It is Suraj that gets the kill. And now we just have Quinji. The last one left line. We are at 935 points. And La Flamme turns around and is like, oh, you're there. Steezex wants a cap, and basically they're like, no. And Steezex does not like that. And again, very good game by Insane here. Glory had the early advantage, and they just pushed systematically where they could, making the score a 3-0. We're going to stop the guessing now, because basically the game is over here. So the next game is the one that we're going to be guessing for, and you are going to guess the damage for Insane here. Even though it still says G2G1C, the tag is not quite updated everywhere. Also, let me have a quick... I don't want to go into these settings and show my email. I can look at making the minimap larger for a future stream, but generally, to be fair, it shouldn't really be needed. 46 seconds left to go, and we have Glory ready with 5 Kranwagens, a concept on B and a Felice. And Insane is sticking with 5 Kranwagens, 1 F3 and 1 Felice. Let's see. This is the thing, like back in the day, you had like all these different kind of lineups that would happen depending on the map. I think the super consumables ruined the game and ruined tools. In my opinion, they should be removed. Also, the thing is that tanks are being balanced through the super consumables, and I'm really not a fan of that. And here we go. Match point for Insane. If they win this game, then they get the points and they get the camo. Let me play window. I do not know what window means. This is a cool camo though, I like that. But yeah, basically this is their... Yeah. It is their game to lose. So far they're looking very strong. Steezex is told that he's not supposed to bleed. Glory is heading to the C area of the map. No one is there from Insane though. We have Entity going towards the middle. They're all bypassing each other. Entity is going for a B cap. Into the Rainy is slowly but surely arriving there. Oh, that was cheeky. He does not get hit, but he did hit. Lemonade, losing a little bit of HP. They are pushing into the Rainy. And now we have Suraj going for base A, going for the cap to ensure the advantage here. And this is the thing when you are in a tour and you focus on just one base, you cannot dominate 2 bases. And that gives the advantage to the other team. I like this. The information being exchanged here. I kind of like seeing it in chat. I am surprised to be seeing it in chat and not having it all in voice. Parth, leave that side. I don't know who Parth is. He's in an interesting position here. But it does seem to be working. He's not getting shot for it, at least. I think he's in a bit of a cheeky position where he can just spot who is in the middle and potentially protect entity. Right now, though, Insane is in no hurry. They do not have to make the choice of what to do. That is all up to Glory. They need to get the advantage back somehow. They either need to get the base, or they need to kill people, or both. Varu chill. Apparently the voice is loud. La Flamme expects them to go for base B, which is a good estimate. Raoul and Limelight moving into position. Shooting Entity. Entity has to be careful not to overextend here. And now we have Peking moving in. Escaping Moon going for base A. Peking got tracked there. Mini Student. Oof, Entity got taken out. There goes into the Rainy. Mini Student is not looking too healthy. They do get that kill, but Strokes dies as well. 930 points. They need base A. But Escaping Moon is now surviving on a grand total of 3 HP. Renamed is going to kill him, and that's at 995. 1k points. The game and the matchup and the point and the camo are for Insane. Plenty of HP left to be had, though. Which is always interesting for the giveaway. Let's see. So the grand total for the giveaway is 11,089. I always want to know what they're... Ah, fist bumps. I like that. I can appreciate that. So congratulations to Insane there. Oh. Oh, I wish I could get this offer on my EU account. I like the mystery crates. They're awful these days, but they're still fun. Let's see. So that means that we do have the score of 7-6-5-4 and then 3 for Insane, not for Glory. 2-1-0. Aesthetically pleasing AF. Yeah, that's all the round robin matches up and over. We still have, by the time you hear this, 27 minutes left of portal time. So I will be filling that up with replays, obviously. And let's have a look. I do have the new replays that I'm going to show you. I am curious about this one because of all the upvotes. And it's in the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Which is again a tank that I don't really play. I have it, but I don't touch it. Let's see. Oh, imagine having global chat. Basically chat on EU. If you're dead, you can't talk. And if you can't talk to the other team. Kapoof. Volle treffer. Which is basically the Dutch word as well, to be fair. It's like a full hit, is what it says. Is that something other people have too, or is that just me? Like that you want to understand what is being said, and you can translate most of it if you think about it. This is also something with Reforged. You no longer need to think about your shells. You can just take your full promo load as much as you can take. And I'm glad that it's not a low count. Whee! That poor chieftain though. They're all there. Oof. A little bit too impatient there. Going to the TD spot is not a bad call here. This is where I would want my adrenaline. For these kind of just getting the shots in as much and as quickly as you can. Because the team is not doing too good. Nice little bit of fire. And there he goes. The tortoise. It is 4v6. And that's going to be changing. But that did change, yeah. Nice little bounce. You need 2 more reloads to get it. There's a lot of tanks coming for you now. You always have to be careful where you drive so that they can't shoot you. Nice. Oh, nice. That was needed. Not sure where the Jagdtiger went. Oh, there he is. Ouch. Nope, denied. Nice, that was very needed. Oh, this is tricky though, he needs help. If the LT can just shoot the KP... No, this is not how you want it to go. You need to bounce on your ass in this case. This is basically... This shoot... Okay, I understand how you win now, but honestly, this shouldn't been... You shouldn't be able to win this. That is special, not gonna lie. In the meantime, let me have a quick look. Because this, now he has the advantage of distance. Nope, that's the ground. And you might be able to just outgun them that way. And then you have to be so patient. I'm not good at that. I'm also not good in staying in a position like this, because this is a very tricky position to be in. You have 2 minutes though. That is enough time to somehow get behind him. And again, chat can be so distracting. He only needs 1 good shot though. And then you have to be careful to not get spotted there. Nice. Cheeky. And he's just 1 more shot now. Nice. That was a lovely game. I understand the upvotes here. In the meantime, by the way, the Battle Pass winners are Xiao Weihan and a Yoden Down Under. Congratulations. Beautiful 1860 basic speed 7k game. GG. Shall I just said, and so the winners are, and there it goes, 5-minute drum roll. That is very apt, yeah. That's the downside of 5-minute delay. So we now have a game from another community contributor, Moody. But this time it is in the grill. Let's see. It's encounter as well. I can play encounter, I just don't like it. I like being able to pressure teams to go one way or another with bases. And there's so many people that play Supremacy but don't try to play Supremacy. Do not block him. Do not block him. Nice. I think that was aimed at the grill. There's a very juicy grill on the other side there. Yes, go up. Nice. They are shooting at him. Oof. And again. The IS-7, he really wants him, but he's not really in a position to get him. I always like meeting players that play like that. Oh, that was a blind shot though. Ah, no, okay. He did get spotted for that. But yeah, I will still have empty space to fill in the final stages next weekend. Not entirely certain what those will be shaped as. Nice. Like if they're on my channel or elsewhere, because I'm hearing different things. Nice. He's making it look so easy, isn't he? Again, with the easy. Nice. Ooh, there's a grill there. Juicy. And a G-Sword tank. G-Sword tank I absolutely love. I probably would have stayed to help the Yo. I understand him not choosing not to do that though. And we're going up. I thought he was going to go around for a moment. Nice. Grill finally died as well. I still feel that we need, like... Ooh, grill's coming his way. Nice. 3v5. And he is getting shot at. I like how you're moving and just helping your team. Despite the risk to yourself. Because you are a grill. Ouch. I'm not sure where their grill went. And there he is. Nice. Is he going to be able to do this? Yes, yes he is. With sheer luck, not gonna lie, but definitely worked. And to be fair, to be clear, I should say, there is nothing against having a little bit of luck. Aces are always a combination of your team, their team, and luck. Skill as well, but also luck. Can't believe he just bounced on his face. Oh, like I said, a little bit of luck helps. The SP is looking in his direction now, so he has to be very careful there. Oh no, he moved. He could have had him. Nice. Look at this casual game though. 9k damage in. Oh, hello. Nice. Beautiful. What a game. In that force. Look at that. See, that is the avatar that I need. The Dag Life. It looks great. I really want it. Beautiful. You are late to the party, Net Falls, and you will hear this even later because there's a 5-minute delay this day. Let's see what else have I got for you. I also have this order thing. I do love this camo so much. They're both good camos though. I like how this is animated. It looks like a starry night. This one then. It's also animated but less flashy. I like the colorful ones more. But let's have a look. We have about 12 minutes of replays left to go. Let's see, what shall we do? Let's go for this one. It's only 2-7, but it is a fun tank. In the Rudy. Rudy was one of the tanks, the first tanks that had a camouflage in the game. Like, at all. And when it was released, it was so good. It was very hard to ace, though. For the longest time. Let's see. The CDC used to... Well, it is still a good tank, to be fair. But it is so lightly armored, you can just farm it for free. And that is the end of the LT. That was very quick. Let's see. That Panther is not going to survive for long. At this point, you kind of have to make the choice to make the push, even though it will hurt you as well. Because the Panther 2 is going to die. So you need to go into the corner and see if you can survive that way. Because the AMX 30 is not that great a tank. For the first prototype. Firster Proter? I don't know. The tier 9 tank is good though. So he's turning back now to help his teammate, even though he is getting shot from behind because of it. His teammate takes him out though. He does go down. And so does the golem. But he's the last one left alive. This Skoda. And he really wants him. That you shot the gun of corpse. Technically speaking, he could eat another shot. But he doesn't have to. That was a quick and easy game. I might have been basically mean enough to let my teammate die there before I turned to help, because I would want to get the Proto out of the way. Well, the AMX 30 out of the way, not the Proto. Let's see, what else have we got? We have 9 minutes left by the time you hear this. Basically, when it comes to portals, you have to stream for at least the amount of time that the portals are active, which I'm absolutely fine with, mind you. Let us look at this game. I think we've only showed it once. Canonen is so strong right now. It's a bit overbuffed when it was moved to T9. Let's see. We have time. But yeah, free stuff is free, so I always like Portal streams for that reason. Funniest thing is that for a stream it is not that good, because all the viewers disappear off of YouTube. Because they're on the Portal, and YouTube and the Portal don't like each other. So every now and again, when we start a stream like this, you have like a big amount of people waiting. And then when you go live, it's still there. And then when the Portal activates, they all just vanish because they're watching through the Portal. Waiting for a juicy target that is not quite moving in his line of sight. Zoomity zoom. I like the correct buildings though. And this is the thing, this is why I shouldn't drive CDs anymore. I'm not patient enough to drive them like this. He's not going for the base. I probably would have, but that's me. I'm a supremacy nerd. Nice little bounce. I can't believe that penned. But yeah, basically the two games are up and over. We are going to be back for the final stages next weekend. Oh, ammo rack? Ammo rack would be great. Canonen E is a juicy tank though, so it's not really likely to bounce. But if they don't get to shoot you because they get ammo rack, that certainly helps. And then, oh no, he did fix that ammo rack. A bit too hasty there. Oh, hello there. But look at the amount of damage output this tank has. It's a bit nuts. I should give it a go, to be honest. If not for the fact that it doesn't have a turret, and that's mainly the thing that annoys me about TDs these days. I like the G-Sword, because it doesn't play like a regular TD. And that's the first damage shot he actually takes. He does not get the kill there. But we do have a 5k damage game. And he just made it look... Again, they make it look so easy. Very casual 5k. Also, I love showing off my clanmates, not gonna lie. And let's see. What else should we watch? Let's watch a Helmi Miza game. Only fair because he's given me so many replays and he's shown up to every single stream, so I like showing him off. Let's see. Look at the 3-gun mark as well, though, the little stars. They don't match the camo at all, though. In the meantime, I'm getting tagged places again. The thing is, when I'm tagged, I'm never sure if I'm being tagged for me, or if there's something that I need to do as mod or CC, or whatever it is. He's just casually looking around. This is the thing with the light tank, you always have to be careful with where you go and how you get there. He is spotted now. I like being able to see, like, if you see that little red eye icon, they know they spotted you. So even if you haven't been told you're spotted yet, you know that you are spotted by them. No one there to shoot. There's a grill. He does eat one for that. But the grill has no support. Cheeky on the drive. Nice. And he has a friend who's also shooting the grill. And the grill does get to shoot again, but then he dies. This is why I like these little hills that you have on some maps. You can just use them to farm. The Lucky is really giving him the evil eye. Before he's driving back. Let's see. Concept 1B arriving. In the meantime, in my clan chat, they're having a talk about win rate and average damage and what carries over to Reforged and everything. To be fair, I do kind of like that Reforged is not focusing on stats as much. Because generally, my stats only matter to me, as in, I like knowing I did better. So I like knowing that my win rate will climb and everything. At the same time, I don't really care about win rate. Or average damage, because it depends a lot on what you're driving. If you drive tier 6, obviously your average damage is not going to be as good or as high as in tier 10. Little bit too hasty with that shot. But yeah, I still think it's too early for Reforged. I also understand that we're not going to be able to get out of it, or it's not going to be postponed anymore. And there's not much we can do about that. I like how his friend is actually helping him, but is also eating his shot. But it's all meant to be helpful. Let's see. Casual 6k damage. And there we go. Casual ace to end the round robin streams on. I almost thought the game was going to crash there. Beautiful. A little bit of assisted damage as well, which is always helpful. So yeah, with that, by the time you hear this, the portal timers will have stopped, so I'm going to end it there as well. Let's see if this is actually updated now, because it should be. There we go. 76543210. It's just, yeah. So that is it for me. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Eric and Yoda, again for minding my chat for me, and Eric for helping me with the giveaway. And, oh, I see about Frost in the live chat. If you haven't yet, be sure to go to his channel and subscribe. He is streaming tours nowadays as well. And he's a fantastic guy, so definitely give him a sub. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back next weekend for the final stages. And yeah, I'll see you then. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.